I just watched the hearing by Congress with regard to 9/11 to try to get permanent funding for the 9/11 fund. You know, after 18 years, we're still doing this dog and pony show to get us funding for the 9/11 responders, for the victims, for people that died, for people getting sick. I can't believe this is still going on. Why are we still doing this? Why hasn't this already happened? Why do we have to wait 18 years to get something like this done? We were asked by the President of the United States, President Bush, to sign up for this here and not sue the perpetrators of this crime to begin with. Not sue the people that lied to us with regard to the air, whether or not it was safe to breathe. Not sue the airlines for not having good security measures in place to prevent this from happening in the first place. Not sue the government for not doing their job to prevent these terrorists to do this in the first place, because they were already on the watch list. Not sue the FBI for not doing their job for arresting these people before this happened, because they knew that they were up to something, because they were taking flying lessons. By the way, they were taking flying lessons and not caring about learning how to land the damn planes, just to fly them, just to steer them. You know, didn't that send up any red flags to the schools that they were going to? You know, there's a lot of things happening with regard to 9/11 that's going overlooked. Okay, now you have the first responders, the victims' parents, the victims' families, and people like myself and my colleagues that covered this event, that we're sick, that not only the physical aspect of what we had to endure, but the mental aspect of what we had to endure. I have friends that are just mentally screwed up because of what they've seen and what they had to endure. I myself get choked up every time I have to watch something like this. Every time I have to look at a 9/11 video, and you know what? Because of a lawsuit that I'm involved with right now, that I have to go through hundreds of hours of videotape of 9/11, I'm a damn basket case because of this here. I relive this here on a daily basis. Every time the word 9/11 comes up, it's like yesterday that this thing happens to me. And you know what? Congress doesn't give a rat's ass about us. It's just more of a dog and pony show for them. They want to go on TV and say, oh, how bad we feel for you, how our hearts go out for you. You know, they don't give a rat's ass because they didn't go through it. You know, if those people actually went through it, we'll see how fast things might have gone through. But we were asked, and most of us, when we went down there because of our patriotic duty. The first responders went down there, and not because they were paid to be first responders, but they went down there because, my God, we were attacked. I went down there not because, well, hey, it's my job, I'm a journalist, I got to go down and cover it, but I was appalled of the fact that we were attacked on our own land by a bunch of idiots that learned how to fly a plane, because they hate us. They hate us. And you know, today it seems that everybody in this country forgot. They forgot what happened to us. Oh, we got to forgive. We got no bullshit. We don't have to forgive nothing. 3,000 people plus died that day. And hundreds continue to die 18 years later. People are still getting sick. I am. I'm still dealing with stuff. And I know a lot of other people that are still dealing with stuff. You know, and this gets me. This gets me that we have to go through this. We have to beg to get taken care of. Now, you know what? The money that they're offering is bullshit. It's not even a hell of a lot of money. Because what they did is if it's not like even a death thing, I think if somebody died of cancer or they're sick with cancer, they get something in the neighborhood of like $250,000. That's all a life is worth to this damn government, is $250,000. That's for cancer. Forget about the stuff I got. That's worth nothing. That's just garbage. But if I would have sued everybody involved, Giuliani, Christine Whitten, I forget about the millions of dollars that we could have got individually if we sued them individually. The government, the airlines, Mayor Giuliani, Christine Whitman, everybody individually. We would have put airlines out of business. We would have put the government in a tailspin because they would have forget it. But out of patriotism, we listened to our president and we said, you know what, you're right. We went down there because we wanted to help, because we were attacked and we were Americans. We're going to go for it. And we had people from all over this country and outside this country coming to help us. And we didn't care if the air was bad. Give us equipment to protect us. But no, we got paper masks to wear. How well that worked. They gave us paper masks and Poland Spring water. That was our protection. Wow. I had colleagues. I had David Handshoe, his legs were broken in 3 places. He got blown into the store. I had Don Hallisey was buried above his head. Above his head. Don Hallisey was buried above his head. He had to dig himself out. Don Hallisey has since passed away. You know, you got to see my documentary or see the clips of it on the website. The link is below. You had Todd Mizell. He thought he was going to die. I mean, he suffered through 2 collapses, and he made it through unscathed. But the mental anguish that was suffered by being there, to be there through the thick and thin of it, and to be there afterwards to just help and to dig and to find. I mean, in my documentary, like I interviewed an electrician that was down there helping to dig, and I interviewed him, and he was so glad that he thought that he found somebody alive, and he stopped the whole procedure because he thought he found somebody, and he was so grateful that he found somebody, when in reality, he found a face, just a face that looked up at him from the rubble. It was just a face. That guy screwed up for life. Life. That's going to be in his memory for his life. And they're offering us a few $1,000s just to, here's a couple of bucks here for being there. That's a slap in the face for what we could have gotten if we weren't patriotic and sued the hell out of everybody. And we got to beg for this? This should have been automatic. Should have been automatic. Not 18 years we got to fight for this, for the permanency of this here. It should have been automatic. I am so disgusted with this. These people should be ashamed of themselves. Should be outright ashamed of themselves. You know, I am sick of this. Now we got to go to another hearing. Then they're going to put it for a vote. And they're going to vote yes for it. After 18 years, it should have been voted yes immediately. The president should have done something immediately with this here. Permanent. If he asked us to not sue, we're going to take care of you. It should have been, we're going to take care of you until the day you die. Period. It should have been until the day you die. You know? I can't believe. You know, I can't believe. So many of my colleagues went there, and so many of my colleagues, the pictures that they took, the video that they took, and listen, everybody that went down there during the event, during the attacks, when the buildings were on fire, before they collapsed, when they collapsed, They went down there and they put their lives at risk. Not for some grand event, not because they thought they're gonna profit from this or anything. They put it there because they wanted to help. Journalists went down there not for any monetary value on it. I went down there because I needed to show people throughout the world what happened that day. This way nobody can dispute what happened that day. All right? And that's what was on every journalist's mind. Even Todd Mizell, he ended up putting his camera down to actually help with the rescues and with trying to find people. This is the type of people that went down there. We went down there and we went down as patriots. Okay? And this is the thanks we get, that we have to beg to get taken care of. These people are appalling. They should be ashamed of themselves. And you know what? We in New York, every time that there is a problem anywhere in the country, flood, hurricanes, anything, fires in California or any place else, what do? They ask, can we send people down there? Our special forces, our special people, our firefighters, our emergency services unit, our electricians, our linemen, we go all over the country and we help other people. These senators, these congressmen better step up and better sign that damn bill and give us the little bit the little crumb that they're giving us. Give us something, and something we don't have to beg and fight for. It should have been automatic from day one. I'm so sick of these damn people. So sick of these people. We deserve more than this. We deserve more than this as Americans that went to help the effort, that were there from the very beginning. I went down there several days after, and like I said during the event, that I was compelled to go down there. There was no way, no cop, no order, no line, no police line that was going to prevent me from going down there that day or the days after. And I lost count on how many funerals I went to on people that I knew, that I've photographed, I worked with, firefighters, emergency services guys that lost their lives at this here, that they went in to try to help people. Their families deserve. Now, on the firefighters and the cops, I mean, from the jobs, from the city, they got nice payouts and stuff from the job themselves, But civilians, guys like me, guys that worked at the towers, kids that go to school, they were allowed to go back to school. The air was bad. The barges that were docked outside in the water, that was toxic. Everything was toxic. The schools weren't clean. These people are suffering today, 18 years later, and they're not getting their due. And we got to fight for this here. Let's see what's going to happen with this. Let's see what kind of monkey wrench is going to get thrown into this mess. But this is unbelievable. 18 years later, we're still fighting to get something, a little crumb, a little piece. I just can't believe it. This is absolutely unbelievable. But we'll let this play out and see. I actually have no faith in what's going to happen here. Because this has been going on, back and forth for 18 years. We'll see what happens now. I mean, I get sick every time this goes on. I really do. Because it shouldn't. It should have been an automatic thing. The day that the president said, I'm going to take care of you, it should have been a permanent thing until every damn one of us is dead. Every one of us. When every one of us is dead is when this thing should have been over with. The last one. When the last one is dead, that's when this thing is over. Period. Well, I said my piece. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. I have nothing else to say. I'm just disgusted with this whole mess. Well, Anthony Fiorinelli, out. I'm gone.